Snake, your mission is to infiltrate, not to fight. Don't let the enemy see you.
Rattlesnake was a vain and ugly creature. He crawled in dark places and avoided the other desert animals. He was lonely but refused to act like it. One day, while sitting under a rock and wishing to be happy, he saw a desert runner sprinting past. "Wait," it called to the bird. "I have a favour to ask of you."
look at me that way, I'm no dark Vari. I made an honest living.
Damn note. Someday they'll
Yeah.
get theirs.
Don't look at me that way, I'm no dark Vari. I made an honest living.
If you have any information about the Scoria family, report it to the mayor. No loitering. Keep the streets clear.
Well, well, well. Never seen your face before. Can't say I like it. Listen up, Dogface. There are 2 rules in Bonetown. Number 1, Mayor Eswin's law is absolute. Number 2, if you don't like rule number 1, then you'd better get your ass out of town. Now go meet the mayor yourself. He likes to know what the kobolds kick in from the wastes, especially with the families running wild. Listen to that. You're fitting in pretty well already. I'll see you around Whitestone, Dogface. He's a dangerous man, and he'll stop at nothing to bring ruin to Whitestone. Luckily, the mayor knows how to deal with crooks like Scoria. Miners. And they used to make a good living, too, back when Modus Mining had its teeth in Apatia. But when Modus pulled out, the money dried up. Now most of them are criminals. A nasty lot. The Zungars are the worst. But the Darkvari and the Sinrig know Liana's dance as well. There's plenty of them. Just ask Kara, or walk a few paces out of Whitestone in any direction. Sometimes they even come into town. A few weeks ago, I caught a bandit trying to slip into the mayor's window. Fool. He's been locked up in a cage ever since. As an example. Simpesta Liana was first sworn. They called her the Desert Runner, and you do well to learn her ways out here. He's not from around here. A city boy born and raised in Myria. Came to seek fortune, but landed in Apatia right when Modus Mining caught their losses. You'd think he'd wither in this desert, but it was his idea to bring in the mercenaries. With Mayor Eswin in Whitestone, we have a fighting chance. People call it Bonetown because of the pale rocks jutting up from the sand. And because of the death rate. You'd best stay out of my way.
Don't drink the river water. They say it's been fouled. No loitering. Keep the streets clear. That Zungar family's vicious. Like dogs on a corpse. If you have any information about the Scoria family, report it to the mayor. No loitering. Keep the strip blasted desert air. I miss the coast. Yeah?
No time for conversation. I'm on the job. What's there to say? It's an unfortunate affair. I don't foresee anyone coming out the better for it. I only hope that many return from the front lines unharmed. Nothing to tell, really. My wife and I lived in Rathir, until we had to take work elsewhere. She in the army and me with this rough outfit. I hate being apart. Same as any place else, in my opinion. I just stick to the job. Guard, train, and rough up anyone who gets in the way of the mayor's plans.
That Zungar family's vicious. If you have any information, don't drink the river water. They say it's been fouled.
You've picked a bad time to visit Whitestone, friend.
Have you seen the Traveller? She came in from some camp to the east. I've met one before.
You've picked a bad time to visit Whitestone, friend.
Good day. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good story, lend me your ear. I won't disappoint. I'll try to keep it short, even though I've got all the time in the world for embellishment. Sinriks, Darkvari, Zungars, and Scorias, all bastards. Not half as bad as these guards. They can't catch all of us, and we can't kill all of them. I am no one of consequence, something the guards in Whitestone failed to realize. However, if you ask my father, he'd take my side. I'm a complete disappointment. Look, I'm in a cage in the middle of this town. What do you want me to say? I'm not really in a good position to talk about it right now. What did I do? Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Darkvari, a crimen upper tier in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Odessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm no thug. I am guilty of but one crime only: stealing a girl's heart. Her name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me? She is the sun that comes to warm me every morning. We met a short time ago, mere weeks, but true love has no memory of time. Yes, Zungars and Darkvari aren't exactly kin. In fact, they're sworn enemies and rivals. Imagine how powerful they'd be if they shared blood instead of spilled it. I knew I liked you, from the moment I laid eyes on you through these enormous iron bars. Getting the key won't be easy. Bjorn, the head of their mercenaries, carries it on his person. I wouldn't want to be the one who has to rifle through his pockets. I care not for stale poison. I doubt the Zungars and Darkvari even know why they're angry. It's an old hatred, old as the red stone. Hrindi and I want none of it. I've promised to rescue Hrindi from her family's life of corruption. She deserves more than a shack along the snake tail. She deserves Sky Blossom, whispers. I've been in this cage for weeks, but Hrindi will wait. We swore an oath to each other. Bjorn's men are ridiculously loyal. Try to catch him alone, out of the friendly eye. If you don't, our little agreement will end up rather short-lived. I see you're making a lot of progress. Try to get the key. It's somewhat required.
Hey! Stay out of trouble. Don't drink the river water. They say it's been fouled.
You there. You look like you could use some coin. That didn't sound quite right. Let me try again. Are you interested in some work? If so, the mayor of Whitestone is hiring. The work is bloody, but what work isn't nowadays? Go check the bone wall. There's something there for everyone. Not a weakling in the bunch. Every one of them with a thirst for combat. They'd kill you for a single coin. In a way, it's almost impressive. The Zungars are the worst, but the Darkvari and Sinriks aren't much better. Don't worry about the Scorias. They're everywhere, but harmless, like roaches. The Bone Wall is where we post bounties and contracts. I'm sure you can guess how it got its name. The Sinriks are handsome boys, despite their ways. They always give me a smile from afar, too scared to get close. The Darkvari are a miserable lot, but don't let the rags and rusty daggers fool you. What they lack in skill, they make up for in brute force. Ah, so you've been talking to Bjorn, have you? I'm not that interested in the war-sworn stories. I much prefer the pay. You'll have to talk to Mayor Eswin about the Scorias. He asked us to focus on the other families first. I don't know much about it. Mayor Eswin brought me and Bjorn down first, out of Ironfast Keep. The pay is weak, but so is the enemy. If I were you, I'd stay in town, avoid the wastes. The desert is crawling with kobolds, and just about every human you find out there is going to want a piece of you. The Zungars killed the first group of mercenaries that Eswin hired. Raided Whitestone the very next day. We've held them off for a while now, but they're tough, even for Warsworn. So long. Welcome back. So long.
Open, blasted desert air. I miss the coast. Mind yourself.
Welcome to the Thirsty Wench. I'm Bera Grastar, owner, innkeep, and namesake. We don't get many strangers in Whitestone, at least not since motors pulled out and the mercenaries dug in. What can I get you? Not everyone in Apatir worked for one of the big mining families, but most of them did. And when the work dried up, they stayed with their crews. Only now they're robbing travelers and kidnapping merchants instead of digging. Only thing we dig in Whitestone these days are graves. He's fine as far as nobles go, although he doesn't exactly fit in around here. He lacks that important layer of filth that comes from growing up an Apotheer. Barely worth my breath, those bastards. Tell me, is it right to build a town and then suddenly leave it to rats? I don't think so either. The gnomes of Motus Mining have the people's hopes to answer for. They know better than to ever show their faces in Apotheer again. You mean Steg? He's a good kid. Dumb as a plank, but sweet as they come. I really hope he gets out soon so he and Rindy can be together. Sure, we've got a few available, but they'll cost you. Nothing comes cheap in Whitestone. It's your choice. Not many places to sleep in Whitestone where the rats won't get at you. Yeah, they come into town every so often, looking to socialize, I guess. Best keep your eyes on your belongings. There's a whole camp of them east of here near the cliffs. I think they call it Sun Camp. That was a joke. Same old faces, same old troubles. Whitestone hasn't changed much since the gnomes left us to the wastes. The mercenaries are new and good for business. We do have a few visitors, Alpha and a traveller to boot. I'd better watch out or the thirsty wench is going to get all respectable. Don't tell anyone, but I've run out of meat to serve the customers. If these louts find out, they're liable to start a riot. Do you have any meat with you? I'll pay you good money for it. Okay, I guess that's better than nothing. I don't care where you get it, as long as it smells like meat when I place it over the fire. Hurry up with some meat, or it'll be my bones they'll be eating.
Mayor Eswin isn't paying me enough for this. Don't drink the river water. They say it's been fouled.
What do you want? I gave everything I had to Motus Mining. What did they give me? Nothing. I'm luckier than most. I still got enough gold for a drink. I gave everything I had to Motus Mining. What did they give me? Nothing. Any day now it's going to happen. The families and the mayor are going to fight it out to the death. Any day now it's going to... Any day now it's going... Any day... You see Adath Scoria? You tell him to run. The mayor wants his head.
Those gnomes sure know how to wreck a place. Nasty desert air. I miss the coast. That Zungar family's vicious, like dogs on a corpse. Weapons away. Move along. Weapons away. Don't drink the river water. They say it... It's been fouled.
What is it? Can't you see I'm celebrating? That's right. Raise a glass, friend. Let's make a toast to cowards. I walk the wall of Melsenshire. Do you know what that's like? The silence breathes. The shadows move. Every night is a lifetime. No drink can drown those memories. What's there to say? The Tuatha just keep growing bolder, and our numbers fewer. Not like the people of Apatir care. They've got their own problems. This village is as good as any. I've seen many such places, all of them ravaged by the war, all of them feeling the distant decay of the Tuatha. There is no escape. I've made a choice, you see. After much deliberation and many pines, I've decided to disobey my direct superiors and not perform my duties. To the fires with orders! I am finished delivering death notices. I've seen the faces of the war dead. I've no desire to look into the eyes of their loved ones. I volunteered to be a messenger, to bring death notices from the War Council to the families of the deceased. I thought it would be welcome respite from the war, but it's been its own kind of hell. I got through some of them, but by the time I reached Apatir, I was done. You would do that? It would keep me from getting discharged, for I'm not going back. Here are the death notices. Take this medicine as well. I have my own right here. Ironic, isn't it? I can face the enemy, but I can't face the families of those who fought beside me. Pathetic. Your energy will not be spent in vain. I will pay you well to do this for me, but the road will be long and fraught with grief. Tell them what you want. Won't change what has happened. Their sons and daughters are gone. No one can soften that blow. Goodbye. What are you still doing in Whitestone? This place is a grave. Why do you think I'm sticking around? Goodbye.
Mayor Eswin isn't paying me enough for this.
Are they giving you a hard time around here too? Whitestone, a boot full of vipers, this place. Can't stand it. And after everything we've done for them down in Sun Camp, you'd think they'd be more appreciative. And starvation's too good for the mayor, I say. It wasn't my life plan to become a traveler, believe me. But sometimes necessity is the only star you follow. My parents were miners and worked themselves to the bone to provide. When the Terrenium dried up, so did they, you could say. I didn't want to leave Apatir, so I stayed. He's as corrupt as they come, but I shouldn't be one to speak, not with my associations. Still, it's one thing to say you're a crook, and another to pretend you're not. Some of us join because we have to. Others expect it to be an adventure. We're a patchwork, really, a glorious patchwork of imperfection. We're travelers by affiliation, but we specialize in fair exchange of goods and services. Not to say we won't steal, it's just not our stock and trade. You'll find us east of here, past the old Motors Mining Headquarters building, just shy of the seaside cliffs. You should stop by, it's quite a view. Silly question. Who doesn't hate the mayor? We travelers had a good thing going here in Whitestone. The people came to us for their needs. We had a relationship. Now Mayor Eswin says trading with travelers is illegal, and as a result, the folks of Apatir won't touch us. I'm surprised they even let me into town without a fight. You're welcome to give it a go, but I can't promise you'll get anywhere. That old mansion was built by the gnomes back when they first settled the village. It's got more hidden corners than a spider web. I doubt old Eswin's even seen all of it. I doubt the old mayor has either. Maybe I'll show some initiative eventually. Until then, you're welcome to make us both look good. It's a good town, or it was before the Motus disaster and the mercenaries. I have fond memories of Whitestone. I used to buy candy at Varrick's place. Simpler times. The doors are locked, so I'm guessing there are keys required. That's usually how the arrangement works. Bye. I don't mind hanging out in the Thirsty Wench. Vera is pretty funny. She should be a traveler with that mouth. Bye.
Hey there, how can I help?
What?
Mind yourself. Look what the dust brought in.
Yes, what is it? We're not supposed to speak with the citizens. Joanne? You mean my wife has died? I knew she sailed for Cluricon, but we got so little news here in Apatir. I told her the war wouldn't last. I insisted. And as usual, I was wrong. My wife was beautiful. She deserved better. I only wish I could have given it to her. I only wish I could have been there for her in the end. Thank you for telling me. Joanne never wanted children. She said it was too harsh a world for young ones. Said we should use our lives to make a difference. I have to believe she was right. The army rejected me on account of my missing toes. So I came here to make extra coin while Joanne was away. To wait for her. Now it seems I'll wait forever. I pity you. No one likes a messenger.
Hey there. Don't kill me, please! Just a little Whitestone humor for you. Maybe it's not for everybody. My name's Varrick Dunbert, in my trade selling. We get a quirky collection of goods in town these days. You're welcome to it. Oh, don't you break into a sweat over the Sinriks and the Zungars. Good people. At least they were back in the days of the cart and shovel. Now they make their living with the sword. Can't say I blame them. Not after what the gnomes did to us. Honestly? Well, I'm not sure what to make of that one. He's certainly got clean hands for someone in Apatia. Rumor has it he's city-bred. Have you seen his cottage? It is more rooms than a flophouse. Some say they're not criminals, despite the mayor's proclamations. I'll refrain from judging. You're right, I see pretty much everything and everyone that comes in and out of Whitestone. And we do get our share of eccentric visitors. Just the other day I noticed a real sorrowful-looking Alfar lurking around the tavern. I don't mind them. In fact, think Mitharu, that sun camp, is just down the road. Without their merchants, the people of Whitestone would starve to death. We don't get many supplies from the city, and there's no work to be done in trade. Honest thieves, one man's opinion. Come again. I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at the merchandise and let me know what you think. See you soon. I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at the merchandise and let me know what you think. See you soon. What is it? I don't like folks standing around in the center of town. It looks suspicious. You like the what? Hold on a moment. Repeat what you just said so I can laugh appropriately. You like the cage key. Oh, that is truly humorous. He's as innocent as anyone in Whitestone. And that means he's guiltier than you want to know. Save your talk for his defense. He's going to need it. I don't think so. This goes against everything I've told my men, but I need the gold. I won't say anything if you won't. You'd best stay out of my way.
Well done. Now, you've done me this one favor. Let's finish what we've started. Before I can leave this cursed desert, I need several things. First, I need to fetch the item that will finance our new life in Odessa, our nest egg. It is an heirloom that has been in the Darkvari family for generations. Then I need you to find Hrindy and bring her to me at our old meeting place in Snaketail Canyon. Please, you must do this for me. For us. Thank you.
Stay out of trouble.
I can't be seen around Whitestone, not after what we've done. Go to Darkvari Mine and get my things. I'll be waiting for you down in Snaketail Trench. Go! You mean Bone Town? Not my favorite place in the world, if you couldn't tell. If the heat doesn't kill you, the guards might. They're not as bad as some think, but worse than you'd imagine. I have the scars to prove it, unfortunately.
What the dust brought.
I pity you. No one likes a mess.
Strange up. If you have any information about the Scoria family, report it to the mayor.